USA. You win. Perfect.
Jumped in the back and I said, whoa, whoa. We were listening to fucking good ass music, dude. I fucking went down the strip. We did 110.
Why are you lying? You were listening to some
old school.
You
like,
crazy. I would be getting in the car with you driving like that. I am not a daredevil. That sounds like some crazy shit. Going that fast, I'm not interested in. Yeah, no, I'm interested. You wild.
That's a good story. I like it. It didn't happen.
Not about to be riding at no 100+ miles an hour in no car.
Oh shit! Look at that! Look at that! His Tang Bullwinkle hat. Now that I seen it, it's the shiznit.
Oh, bull screen.
What do you call it? Live action? Live action, bro.
What was he showing?
That's a real his Tang.
Show it again, bro. Don't remember. I wasn't.
Shut up, Bull.
Oh shit, Bull, that is so badass.
We ain't 788 already.
Honestly, I didn't think I would. I would have gave you.
Oh, his
The Dragon.
Yeah, you had stole that. Yeah, you had stole that from Hasbro.
But I'm saying, that big ass Batmobile, I want to get it, dude. But it's like $75. Like,
Innovative Hasbro.
I understand. It's like, you know, in a business, in retail.
Yes, sir. I'll see it.
Our product makes money. We got to get 3 times that.
Y'all at 788.
All right. Oh, it's 5 o'clock. I'm gonna jump out, everybody. Hi there, everybody in the chat.
Better man.
TKD about Cat, Root, Tiffany, and Free, Old School, Astray, Bullwinkle.
All right, man.
All the way from the all the way from the United Kingdom. It's Giga Shot from the London.
Hey, you crazy bunch of idiots! I'll see you next time. Be prepared.
He's crazy.
No, he really got bodies in the basement. He really probably got bodies in the basement, y'all. We laugh, but right now there's the bitch on the other side of a door with claw marks and blood streaks on the other side of a door. He been trying to scratch her way out.
That's why he's always broadcasting from a door.
Bruce, quit talking about them bitches he's got locked in his basement.
Man, look, he over there pimping in Australia.
You're not supposed to be telling, man.
Nah, man, I'm telling.
We don't need that. Reason I'm telling.
She Lives Matters. Hey, She Lives Matters. We need SWAT to pay him. We need SWAT to pay Giga Swap, Giga Stein. He's in Australia. He's not in the UK. Hey, we need the SWAT to go do a wellness check at his house. We need to do a wellness check.
In the land down under.
In the land down under. Boy, he's really doing that shit, y'all. I'm telling you. You'd be surprised what people do in their spare time.
Motherfucker sober quick.
I'm gonna take another one.
Excuse me.
Oh, because it's free liquor. She said she about to take another shot. I would take another one too, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you, TKD Bar, when it's free liquor? You take another one too.
I'll do one right now with y'all. Hold up.
Somebody else said fuck us. Bull said fuck us. He going to Kurt.
No, that shit is not exciting. Going 100+ miles an hour. I'm out. I'm out. Ooh, they saying gay shit. They saying gay shit to each other over there. M3, boy. Hey, go ahead.
Peanut.
Put your head down under the bench. Put your head below the video line. Old school. What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? Oh, you don't want to say it because we can read his lips. When you said I want to suck you, we saw your lips. Oh, but we ain't kink shaming. We ain't kink shaming. It's going down. It's going down in the DMs.
What does he say? He's like, hey, he said, if it's really good, I'll take you to Frankenson's tomorrow, man. I promise, man. Like,
we ain't gonna kink shame
They're
them,
on to the jacuzzi, yo.
But we see what's in the background, though. Y'all see the eggplant.
Yep.
The eggplant light
Yep.
oh, shit.
in the background. We know what time it is.
Hey, did you ever notice the eggplant was at the bottom?
No, that's going to be M3. You're going to be the one.
You need to full screen up. Oh, you got it. Screenshot.
No, no. We know what time it is. You over at M3's house. M3's island. M3's,
I don't know when we're in.
he's more like an atoll.
I don't know what y'all doing. Y'all over here talking about more shots and shit. I don't know.
M3's island. M3's peninsula.
What, that one? I think you were. I do believe so.
Hey.
I feel like I'm
Pass the free liquor, please. Well, it's not free. It's my liquor, so it's not free for me when I take a shot. But whenever I pour a shot for others, it's free for them. It's not free for me.
You want to double down on Brown?
Let's double down on the brown.
You double down, get it for the president.
Nah, see, he talking about free shots. I don't want no. The white man gonna get the free shots tonight. The free shots is
I'm
like,
not taking that.
so we do the brown?
Not yet. I'm not ready to take that shot yet.
Okay. We gonna do the brown.
That's nailed in the collar.
We been. If you don't get to do nothing, you don't get a choice. It's free whether she gets a brown or the white. She talking about something. She's talking about what she don't want. How motherfucker? Hey, how somebody gonna talk about what they don't want?
She's on the win-win side.
Right. Talking about something I don't want. We got
two different bottles. There's two bottles.
Yes. We pour 1 and 1 in house. It don't matter. It don't matter smooth nothing. Who gives a fuck?
What up, guys? I'm just waiting for some people to jump on and listening. They're still going.
Yeah, nigga.
Hey, appreciate CKD. Appreciate it, man. He said, great fucking show.
Great fucking show.
Hey, CKD Bar, man. You're epic too, man. Hey, man, like, you're fucking epic, dude. You already know. Hey. That one fateful night, it was your...
Alrighty, let's see. Let me here we go. Hello, my friend.
How's it going?
You're still awake?
Just barely.
Oh. You have a decent day?
I was pretty uneventful. Other than the last of the Guardians showing up.
Ah.
So I now have a complete Cosmo and Rocket.
That is awesome. I want a Cosmo.
Typical. Figures you'd want the most feminine drink you could make.
Cosmopolitan, or what is it? Cosmopolitan, whatever that is.
Cosmopolitan.
Yeah. Well, damn. Today's been weird. Seemed like it went in the blink of an eye. I woke up early, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to lay back down. And next thing I know, it was like 12 o'clock, and then I was up for a little while, and then I laid back down about 4, and I got up at like 7.
Your parents live there with you, right?
Yeah.
So did your mother tell you to get your bitch ass up?
No.
Well, clearly she's not like Bruce's mother then.
Nah. Nope. But my parents, they sleep most of the day anyway. They just get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. Then they're back in bed by about 9. Then they're back up about 11:30, 12 o'clock to eat dinner. Then they're back in bed by 1 or 2. Just,
wow.
Yeah. I mean, they're not like in bed, but they're in their bedrooms watching their own programs and stuff. They have separate bedrooms.
Well, I can't imagine at that age they're still interested in each other. I remember when Viagra came out.
Mm-hmm.
I asked my grandfather. I said, "Grandpa, are you glad that there's Viagra now?"
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Come here a second. I want to tell you something. Look at your grandmother over there. You see how low those titties are sagging? You think I want to touch those? All Viagra did was take away my excuse for telling her no. I hate that garbage."
That's funny.
Yeah, he was not pleased with Viagra.
You know the Sega Sonic song? Sega, do 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 do. Replace it with Viagra. Ping, ping. That'd be funny. Oh, so did you even get to watch anything today?
Well, not really. I've got a couple of YouTube videos like queued up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at that. M3's on Kaz's stream right now.
Yeah, they're supposed to be coming over as soon as Kaz said they were going to go at 1, so I jumped off and did this. But I guess they're still going because he's got a old school at his house.
No, I was just watching some WWE highlights.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about SmackDown, and I kind of went through it about 2 hours ago, real quick. I was like, oh fuck. SmackDown.
They were fucking on SmackDown? Why wasn't that in the highlights?
No. Did you watch the girls?
The girls.
Yeah, there's some new tag team. They're like gothic vampire chicks.
Oh, the ones that lost to our champs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that match. They did not impress.
No, something tells me they actually can do better than that. I understand. I think that was their first actual match.
Something tells you?
Yeah. But they got a title shot. I don't know how that worked.
Well, it's because, Chase and Chase and Chance, is it? Chance and Chase?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, Chance and Chase.
It's because they're like Seth. They take on any comers.
Yeah. They're about to take on a good tag team. I don't know what they're going to call themselves this time, but Ahsoka and what's her name?
Yeah, Asuka and
Asuka. I said Ahsoka. Asuka and the pirate chick. My understanding Bailey's gonna might end up getting the title back, the heavyweight title from Rhea Ripley.
I guess anything's possible.
Well, there's two things going on, and it all depends on what's her name, the girl with the purple hair that left. She played in the Mandalorian.
Oh, Sasha Banks.
Yeah, because there's a chance she's trying to come back to WWE. And she's talking between WWE and AEW, and AEW gave her an offer, and it's ready there to sign. And she's trying to use that offer to up what WWE offered her to come back. And it's kind of
if she is going to come back, now's the time because
yeah,
it is basically what the Royal Rumble's known for.
Yeah, she comes back. Supposedly, her and Bailey are going to get together because what's their names are going to turn on Bailey. If she don't come back, they're not going to turn on Bailey, and Bailey's going to win the Royal Rumble, I guess, or something like that. There's probably a couple other things up in the air for that too, anyway. But you get that whole team all having a belt, except for what's her name, the injured one. She ain't wrestling yet.
Oh yeah, yeah. I can't think of her name right now.
She's been gone so long. Well, damn, nobody's showing up now. What the fuck? Are they still on?
I think so.
I'll call the M3.
What's up, Chris?
Yeah, are you coming on or what?
What do you do?
I'm live.
Are you live right now?
Yeah, did you already forget?
All right, yeah, I'll jump on in a second. Fucking boo.
Hey, Profit's on.
His son's gonna go right now because he's got stuff to do tomorrow, so we're just saying bye.
Oh, okay, no problems. All right, I'll see you a little bit then. Look. Okay, so that's what's going on. You heard all that, right?
Yes.
Oh. Anything new in the toy world?
Nothing at all.
That's coming out?
Not that I can think of.
Got to get tough.
I heard the Vamps was sold out now.
For reals? Actually,
Yeah,
it's kind of surprising you can sell it faster. Everybody loves the Vamps.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of wish they had started with the Stinger instead of the Vamp.
Yeah. That makes sense to me. Yeah. Is it coming with the gray driver? I know it's supposed, yeah.
The Vamp comes with clutch.
Or clutch, my bad. Sorry. I'm tired. A little bit, kind of.
And yet you're trying to get everyone to go live?
Yeah.
Strange man.
Yes, I am. When they're strange. Dun, 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 dun.
I've heard that faces come out of the rain.
Yes. I see dead people.
All right, let me see here.
Arrow, 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 arrow. Toxic Island.
You know, that's a great word there. Toxic.
Yeah.
Right? It's one of the words that makes living in the world today super confusing. Right? Because you've got all these feminists saying they hate toxic masculinity, yet they act more masculine than most of the men that I know.
Yeah. And they're toxic themselves. What up, Destro 777?
Destro 777.
Yeah. He just jumped on the chat.
I see.
I sees.
Fake Destro. Pop the Trunk is there as well. Look at that. Daniel Berry Sports.
Yeah, he always jumps on. Daniel Berry. At least for a little bit. Well, it says 0 people are watching, though.
As a One Piece fan, I'm going to call Daniel Berry Daniel Money.
Money.
Because in One Piece, Berry is money.
Destro 777 said, "What up, Prophet?"
How's it going, Destro? Fake Destro. All right, there we
You
go.
get anything cool in the store?
Not in the store, no.
What the fuck? I was not expecting that, dude. Oh shit.
Right? Can't you just like imagine like Kraglin like,
Oh, his tongue.
why are you letting him do that? And Cosmo's like, push, boy, just let him finish.
Is his tongue out?
He's panting.
Yeah.
It's the panting case.
Oh shit. Dude, that Cosmos looks bad. Ass.
Yeah, the Cosmo's very cool. I wish the back legs had the knee bend like the front legs do.
Yeah.
So I could put her in like a sitting position, but unfortunately Cosmo can't sit down.
Now I need to order all the Guardians of the Galaxies just to get the Cosmos.
Well, honestly, I think the wave is great anyways. The Kraglin figure is fucking perfection. The Adam Warlock figure, the only figure in the wave I thought that I wouldn't really care about. Turns out it's one of the best ones.
You know, every time I see that actor, I think about that road trip movie he was in where he got bit by the spider in the balls.
I don't think I remember that. With
Jennifer Aniston in them. That shit was funny.
The only road trip, the only scene from any road trip movie that I remember.
Well, it wasn't called Road Trip, but the movie was about a road trip. They're trying to.
No, it's the scene where Matt Damon sings "Scotty Doesn't Know."
Yes, Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know.
Like that's the fucking best.
Yeah.
Really good shit. But yeah, you see how it scales with Junkyard.
Yeah, it's a little bit,
it's a little big. Although Junkyard is crouched down a bit for sniffing.
Is Cosmos a lab or a golden retriever?
I think she's a retriever.
I believe she looks like a retriever. Or maybe an Irish setter, which is another basically retriever.
Well, let's do a little
research
search real quick.
Are you going to Google it? Google.
What kind of dog is Cosmo in Guardians of the Galaxy 3?
That one fateful night, it was your expressions.
Oh, they're still on.
Hey,
well, they went on longer than Kaz wanted to.
Golden Retriever Labrador mix.
Oh.
And she's a good dog.
Oh no, she's letting him get in her.
That's how dogs say hello.
What do you eat? So, do you ever watch Nerdrotic? With Gary?
You know, he's just too negative for me.
Yes, he's very negative. I listened to his story about him going to prison. It's very interesting. Very, very interesting.
Nerdrotic went to prison?
Yeah.
For what?
Breaking and entering when he was like 22.
Oh, all right.
He was on drugs and shit. Yeah.
I'm like, I mean, I thought this was America. I didn't know that you could get locked up for being a dick here.
Oh, I know, like everything now. That whole group, it's like no matter what comes out, it's already negative before it even comes out.
I mean, seriously, right?
I mean,
It's like
they make good points, but you know,
exactly. I don't disagree with everything they say, but
yeah,
at the end of the day, you know, over the course of the last 5 years,
yeah,
he's probably titled like 100 different videos. Star Wars is dead.
yeah.
It's like, dude, if it died, you know, then you wouldn't be able to still make these videos about it, would you?
Yeah.
It's just I don't know, man. It's
You know why I really watch it? I bet you can't guess.
you're secretly in love with Nerdrotic?
X-Ray Girl. You know X-Ray Girl that's on there all the time?
No.
Oh, she got her own channel. Does a lot of what do you call it? Video game stuff.
Oh, well, that right there would make me not watch.
But her stuff is so entertaining, and she brings in all these other girls that are hot too.
You could just watch a porno like a regular person.
I'm trying to stay away from that stuff. You know, it is getting, yeah, like, oh my God. So, you know, there's a list of people who own guns or who bought guns recently. Right? So,
I have a similar list.
There's also on that list people who buy Bibles. We're all labeled.
Really?
Yes.
So you're on a list with every hotel in the country?
No, I'm on a list with the government, the state and the federal government. That I'm going to be a problem.
Right. This person has belief.
Yeah.
It'll be harder to manipulate that.
Yeah. I can't believe it's like that. It's getting that bad.
I can't believe Bruce's mother used to tell him to get his bitch ass up.
Damn. Shoot, maybe if I was a kid. But I never had no problem as a kid. I was always up at 5 or 6. I was ready to eat cereal and watch cartoons and then either go play or I had to go to school, one of the two.
I'm just quoting Flex 14.
Yeah. My mom and dad won't tell me what to do. They're living in my house, so.
See, some people, I see Destro 777. He says he still can't believe that was a Build-A-Figure.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. You know, a lot of people say it should have been Groot. But I'm glad that Groot was sold individually because now he's $22 on fucking Amazon, you know. And I don't have to buy 7 figures to make him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That way, for the people who didn't want to buy Adam McCraglin and they didn't care about building Cosmo, they could still get that Groot, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, the only figure I regret not picking up was the Yondu in the first wave of Guardians figures.
Oh, yeah. Yondu. I mean, even he was a great character anyway, but what's his name? The actor made him even better, I thought. Like, I don't know.
Michael Rooker did the character justice.
Yeah.
It was a much better role for him than eating chocolate-covered pretzels after a stink bomb.
Yes. Oh, yeah. He was
or
good.
losing a hand and then becoming a zombie.
Yeah. Just about to say that.
Merle.
He was such a dick in that movie or that show.
Merle. Right, Merle and Daryl. Reminds me of you remember Newhart? I'm Larry, and this is my brother Daryl, and this is my other brother Daryl. And as soon as the river thaws, it's bathing time.
Yeah. I remember my grandpa used to watch that, right? And he'd be laughing so hard, there'd be tears coming out of his eyes. He thought it was so funny. Good Times.
That was another good show.
Yeah. He did it with that show, and the Carol Burnett show. He'd laugh so hard, tears would come out.
Didn't the actress that played Shirley on Good Times die just like last year?
I believe so. Or was it 2 years ago?
Well, either way, she lived a very long time for being someone who was morbidly obese.
Yeah. Damn.
Like, Rerun has to be long dead at this point.
I think he's still alive.
Really?
I think so.
Google.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think he is.
Oh, it's not Good Time. Good Time was J.J. Walker. Dynamite.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of What's Happening.
What's happening and what's happening now.
Fred Berry. Fred Berry. Are you still alive, Fred Berry? Fred Berry.
So I heard Rotten Tomatoes wants you to come work for him.
Oh, not me. They wouldn't want me to come work for them. I guarantee it.
You know, these little Galaxy Star Wars ships and stuff, I'm going to have to paint these. I think some paint would make them look a lot better.
I don't trust your eyes. You know, honestly, if I'm half tempted to buy a couple more Star-Lord figures.
Uh-huh.
Just to put the Kraglin head and the Adam head on uniform bodies.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
Because you remember at the end of the movie, they're all dressed in the Guardians uniforms.
Yeah.
The only problem is there'd be no way for me to, have a kid body for the Guardian, right?
Right.
Because Quasar was on that team at the end, and she was still a little kid in that. Now, it'd be easy enough to find a figure the right size to do that. You could just take an Omega figure, right?
Yep.
But none of the sculpting of the Guardians uniform would be there.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I think the chances of them actually making that figure are slim to none.
I need to watch part 3 again.
Why do you need a watch? Doesn't your phone have a clock on it? TK Bar, how are you, man?
TK Bar, what up? You want to jump on?
Actually, he's wadding something up by the look of it. It says wad da 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 da. And out goes the link.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. We'll see if anyone wants to join. See if anyone wants to comment on Junkyard getting to know Cosmo.
Yeah.
On a personal level.
Dear, where, let me look it up.
You know, it's kind of interesting because the Cobra Commander figure that came with the his tank.
Yes.
It's almost the exact same blue and red as the Guardians uniforms.
No way.
Yes. Couldn't you see, like, you know, Destro hiring the Guardians to ferry guests from between Earth and the moon base?
Yeah.
And Cobra Commander but I want to be on the team. Make Destro have the Guardians hire me.
I'm in charge now. They have a 6-inch.
Right. I think that might be my favorite joke in the entirety of Endgame. Where they're like, you know, maybe you should fight with knives to decide the winner.
Yes.
No, we all know who's in charge here. It's me. Of course. Of course.
Oh. Star-Lord's $14.99 right now?
Yeah, most of the Guardians are on sale on Pulse right now.
There's Cosmos.
The only one that I had to go to Amazon for was Rocket. I was able to get Star-Lord, Drax, Mantis, Nebula, Kraglin, and Adam all on Pulse for like $15 each.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to go to Pulse. Well, how much was shipping?
Well, I in total I paid like $107 after tax. And then Rocket was $22, and I get free shipping from Amazon because I'm Prime.
Nebula.
So in total, it was like under $130 for the entire wave.
Yeah, Nebula is the most expensive one at $29 on Amazon.
Yeah, but on Pulse, she should still be like $15.
Yeah. And then the other ones are like $17.49, $15.84. Rocket's $22.47.
But you know, this is the best Rocket they've done so far.
Is it?
Yeah, this Rocket has all the articulation of the larger figures.
Oh, nice.
It's the first time they've done that. Usually the Rocket is kind of limited in its articulation.
Uh-huh.
But this Rocket, full-blown articulated.
Dang.
Now, I'm not sure because I haven't busted out my older Rocket figure yet.
Yeah.
But I think the pegs are the same, too, for in the head.
Oh, okay.
And if that's the case, the other Rocket came with alternate heads, one mouth open and one smiling.
Ah.
So you'd have 3 different heads for Rocket if you had both of them.
They just need to put a Kevin Bacon out for it. That'd be awesome. Why doesn't Kevin Bacon get a Guardians figure?
Look, if they were going to make a Kevin Bacon figure, like, there's other figures they need to make first, is all I'm saying. You know, if we're doing creators, then I need a Larry Hama figure for my G.I. Joe collection first. You know, we're doing regular people and all.
Well, you have Tunnel Rat, right?
I do.
That's based off of what he looks like, I believe, right? Isn't that what he said?
Well, like a super young version of him.
Yeah.
You know that they made a Joe Con exclusive figure that was Larry Hama back in the day. So there is a Larry Hama figure that exists.
Oh, dang.
But it's just for the smaller scale.
What up, Kaz?
Casual, how are you, man? Yeah, that's Cosmo and Junkyard's getting to know her. No, not mating, just that's like a handshake to dogs.
They sniff their butts.
Well, you know, now that Kaz is here, it's making even less sense that M3 is not.
Yeah, I know. Which is odd. He must be lost in the sauce somewhere in his house.
Right, he got distracted.
Mm-hmm. It's all right.
Yeah, so I sent him some money this morning for he's selling me that the Cobra Commander from his tank.
Fucker.
Along with the tactician. So I'll have 2 tacticians and a Cobra Commander still on its card because you know I opened up mine.
Right.
I couldn't resist. Oh, Kaz is still on stream over there.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, someone named Bryce is talking about Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, they've been talking about Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon and all that shit for a while. I was on there. They were talking about that shit.
Wow, M3's icon is a picture of himself with without his glasses. Oh, M3 just left.
Oh. I'm coming up. So, do you have any of the do you have CDs or anything like that for music?
God, not for years.
Okay. You just off stream, off the internet or whatever?
Pretty much. I mean, you know, I have probably 13 to 14 different YouTube playlists. And whenever I want to listen to music, I just throw on one of those.
That's what I usually do. But I do collect certain.
And then as far as new stuff is concerned, that's what the radio in the car is for.
Oh, I just hook my phone up to the car. I plug it in, actually.
Now, I like to discover new music naturally, you know, through radio stations.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because if I'm on my phone or on my computer, I'm picking and choosing what I want to hear. You know what I mean?
Right.
But with radio stations, you're getting new stuff forced upon you.
Yeah.
And I rate whether or not I like a song by whether or not I didn't change channels before a commercial.
Yeah. Well, like here I have people drive me, so I let them play what they want, which kind of drives me nuts because most everybody out here that drives me around, including my brothers, they like a lot of country songs for some reason. And it gets annoying because it sounds identical. Like everybody says they all sound the same, and country sounds almost always the same. I mean, there's some good ones here and there, but
well, I mean, there has to be something similar about all country, right? I mean, look at line dancing. There's no way the same exact dance works for 800 different songs if they aren't similar.
Yeah, exactly. That that steel guitar is cool, but I can't stand the sound of it because it sounds the same in every song. Down, wow, wow.
I mean, but you could make similar arguments about a lot of different genres of music.
Right, right. Except,
but yeah, I usually have my playlist broken down by like by years, right? Like I have an 80s playlist, the 90s playlist, the 2000s playlist, the 70s, the 60s. You know,
I have a Weird Al playlist. That's a whole different genre.
I have a classical playlist. I have a electro swing remix playlist.
I have.
Yes, I like electro swing.
I like a lot of stuff. I actually like almost everything in music. It's just country gets on my nerves here because a lot of it's the same, but it's because I hear it constantly all the time, and it's like I want to change something different. Although I do almost like my go-tos are probably like early 80s and 90s or 80s to 90s stuff. The whole nostalgic thing, you know, I guess. Great movie songs back then.
Yeah, well, you know, yeah, because it's weird because, you know, look at someone like Kenny Loggins, right?
Uh-huh.
Three of his three biggest hits were all from movies.
Yep.
Right? You had I'm All Right from Caddyshack, Danger Zone from Top Gun, and Footloose from Footloose.
Right.
Right? So his three biggest hits were all movie from made for movies.
Yep. Exactly.
It's kind of funny when you think about it too, because Danny Elfman of Oingo Boingo was making music for movies long before he was a you know, composer for movies.
Right.
You know, because he's the guy who did the music for almost every Tim Burton movie ever made.
Yes.
Also, a lot of Sam Raimi's stuff is Danny Elfman for the music.
Oh, I see in the credits his name mentioned, like music director or whatever. Just
right. I mean, he wrote that amazing Batman theme.
Yeah.
You know, but he also wrote the title track for Weird Science.
Yes. Yes.
And he's the singing voice for Jack Skellington in Nightmare Before Christmas.
And his wife's hot.
Never seen his wife. But you know, when you're a musical genius like Danny Elfman, like I'm sure you've got your pick of the litter.
Yeah. She's comedian, tall, blonde. She what the hell is her name? I know her name. I just can't think of it. I think she played in Dharma and Greg. As Dharma.
Oh.
She played in that Looney Tunes movie.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I just can't think of her name.
Yeah. Oh.
All right. Oh, Jenna Elfman.
Yeah, Jenna Elfman. That's right. What's up, TKD Bar?
Right. I wonder what her maiden name was. Because clearly she took Danny's last name.
Yeah.
But you know, I've never known her as anything but Jenna Elfman. So she must have been with him like before she got famous.
What did Jenna Elfman do?
She married
Danny Elfman.
I did not know that. That's crazy.
Yeah, apparently her last name is Elfman because of that marriage.
I mean, I've only known her as Jenna Elfman, so she must have.
Exactly. That's what I was just saying. She must have married him before she got famous.
Like we're talking like composer, Batman Returns, Danny Elfman, right?
Yes.
Yes. Lead singer of Oingo Boingo, Danny Elfman.
Oh, I didn't know he was with Oingo Boingo.
Yeah, he was their lead singer.
I had no
It's
clue.
a dead man's party. Who could ask for more?
Damn. Yeah, she was so cute in the late '90s. There, man, her little sitcom, like Dharma and Greg.
Yeah,
That's
she
what
was
we're talking about, right?
Yeah, she was funny. She was
so cute. She reminded me of this neighbor that we had down like a couple houses down. Had a couple of kids, and they were a lot younger than me, but I was like really nice to them because like the mom was like so attractive. She reminded me of her. So yeah, I always liked Jenna Elfman, dude. Like quirky. Yeah. She was like one of the first ones to be like quirky and mainstream. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because everyone else was pretty conventional before that point. Like,
Yeah, well, she came off as down to earth as well.
Yeah. I agree. 100%. Yeah.
And that's like, a lot of them, they come off like take the entire cast of Friends, for example.
Mm-hmm.
All of those women come off like they think they're better than you. Right? Just in like how they speak to everybody, how they present themselves.
I agree. And you know what? Like to tell your point, like this is probably not popular, but man, Phoebe was so pretentious. Like people just don't see what I see, but I feel like Phoebe was the most pretentious out of all the Friends, dude. Like
100%.
So self
exactly.
Like that's just me. But I'm finding more and more that Lisa Kudrow was like that. Like she was very blunt with the people in her life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, but if you watch Friends, really, with the exception of Joey, and even Joey in his own way, they're all assholes.
Yeah.
Like every one of them is an asshole.
Yeah.
Same thing with Seinfeld. But in Seinfeld, the show ends with them getting arrested for being assholes. Because the friends get no comeuppance. They always wind up with the best outcome.
Yeah.
But not in real life, though, right?
No, not in real life.
Right?
I mean,
not in real life because
dead.
No one wanted to cast Ross, right? No one.
Right.
Everyone divorces Jennifer Aniston. Like something's wrong with Jennifer Aniston. Like, I'm sorry.
I actually waited on Jennifer Aniston when I lived in Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Oh, yeah?
I waited on, this was back in 2002.
What did she order, a salad?
Oh, it was worse than that, right?
Oh,
so
God.
Here's the thing. I waited on her and Brad Pitt.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And,
I love this story.
She kept asking for things that weren't on the menu, like as if reading the menu herself would be like a big problem or something.
Yeah.
And she kept asking for things like one at a time, like, you couldn't really get to any of your other tables.
I hate that.
And the whole time, like, I would like be walking away and Brad Pitt would like kind of look at me with this like sad look and mouth the words, "I'm sorry."
Oh, Jesus. I believe you.
Right? Like not saying it out loud, just like mouthing them.
Yeah, that's what he said. He's like,
he recognized he was being
miserable,
a psycho.
Just stoned on his sofa, like, I got to do better than this. Like, that's how he felt when he was with her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I believe you.
Yeah, he was he had an apologetic look on his face, due to her behavior.
How long did you wait tables?
Oh, I waited tables and tended bar for a very long time. From when I was like 19 until I was like 33.
Yeah, I did that for a long time too. I started when I was 19, waiting tables and tending bar. Seriously.
Yeah, I would say if I had to say the highest end places that I've done those things, the Bullring Steakhouse in Santa Fe, New Mexico, the Odyssey at Navy Pier, downtown Chicago, and for the Rhapsody restaurant, which is connected to the Chicago Symphony Orchestra.
Whoa,
that's one of those places where like you order your dinner and it comes out and it's this tiny little square of decorative food in the center of a giant plate and your bill is $80.
Yeah, I don't have much experience that, but when I went to Austin, I got a lot of that. I didn't care at the moment, but I was just like, God damn, Austin, Texas is so fucking pretentious. Yeah. I ordered nachos, right?
I mean, but at the same time, I also worked at the Olive Garden, Red Lobster, Applebee's. You know what I mean?
The Darden. Yeah.
Yeah, I told a funny story the other day about one of my Olive Garden experiences. We had the Never Ending Pasta Bowl going, and there was a woman who came in and sat at a booth by herself. She ordered the Never Ending Pasta Bowl. So it was like first bowl, second bowl, third bowl, fourth bowl, fifth bowl. I'm finally starting to wonder where she's putting it all, right?
Yeah.
So I bring her, a sixth bowl, and I'm like, is that going to do it for you, or is your purse full?
Yeah.
If she was dumping it in her purse. Like I was around the corner. Yeah, she had a plastic bag in her purse, and she was just dumping bowl after bowl into her purse.
It's fucking pasta, people. Are you fucking kidding me?
Right. So I was like, would you like another bowl, or is your purse full?
Holy shit, dude.
And she said, oh, I'll just take the check. I mean, I wasn't going to rat her out or anything. Maybe she's feeding her family or something. It's not like it was a mom and pop restaurant. It was a big corporate entity. So,
yeah.
Keep it weird, Austin.
Yeah, dude. Austin it's something. So I had a great time. Me and my wife were just celebrating our anniversary and just walking up and down and music and shit and eating, just getting nibbles at every little bar and whatever we're at.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I saw a guy force himself on another guy. And the dude was like, it was crazy. It was like, imagine this, like you're walking down the street, you see something wrong, right? You see an injustice, right? Because if you're a guy and you see a guy, you see a woman's crying out for help, you're like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Like, get back. You start doing all that, all those instincts kicked in. But it was a guy on another guy. And he's like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Stop kissing me. And like, we were just like, everybody in the crowd was like, what do we do? I don't understand. There were like tons of people and everyone was like, what do we do? Like, I don't understand. And then like people, like, I was like, honey buddy, like, do I go and like do something? Like, do I go and like push that guy? Like, I was like asking her, like, what do I do? And then like one other chick that was just there watching bystander, she goes, serves him right. Serves him right. And I was like, I just couldn't believe like the apathy.
Wow.
It was
like
weird.
Literally cheering on a sexual assault.
Weird. And that like it was a smaller guy with a bigger guy, and there was just a bunch of bros that went out, and they probably just got carried away, to be honest with you. But it was just like a weird situation. I was like, what do I do? Like, I don't understand. Like I don't know. It was weird, dude. Like it was an Austin experience, man, to say the least.
Explains my daughter's friends. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, I'm a very, very, very liberal guy and very accepting guy, but like I genuinely like froze up like at the bat, like at the plate. I didn't know what to do in that situation, man. I didn't understand it, and it baffled me even more so that like people seemed okay,
right? Because if a guy was forcing himself on a girl and the girl cried out
for
help,
no way,
he stopped immediately.
Yeah, no way. There's no way. But everyone like watching was just like, oh, serves him right. Yeah. Like there were like maybe 20 people like walking from corner to corner at the stoplight. It was weird. How else do you explain Austin, dude? Like,
my daughter was up here.
Right. Could you imagine being in the crowd and like busting out your phone? Like, what are you recording? Well, it's either evidence or a porno.
Yeah. My daughter was up here in November, and we went to the bank, and we were talking to one of the ladies that worked there. And she's like, oh, you're from Austin? Keep it weird, Austin.
Yeah.
So she knew about Austin. She's like, I had to move away from there.
It's like half the people there wake up and they're like, man, what is the most off-putting thing I can put on today?
Yeah.
Like it's just a very different place, man. It's not really entitled though. You know what I'm saying? It is laid back. like I come from a place in Texas that we have people from all over the world. It's the most diverse county in the entire United States.
Mm-hmm.
And you would think that there would be more like appreciation or like, you know, thankfulness. But man, I live around the most pretentious people. I travel over the country for work, and all the other places I go to, it's just way different, way much nicer, you know?
Yeah, that's what I like about people that get to travel, because you actually get to see the world and how everybody in different areas act. And there's a lot.
But you only see the area from a certain perspective.
Right. But you still get to see, and like my brothers, they've pretty much just been in the Detroit area. They don't know anything else different. You know what I'm saying? So they only act like how a lot of the people act around here. Their mind ain't as opened or in tune with the rest of the world.
So
I mean, I visited a lot of places though, but you really can't like make a full-on judgment of a place until you've lived there for a little while.
Right.
You know, or spend some real time there.
Well, I'll tell you, Prophet, when I go to a place, I stay there for a couple months for work. So
well, that'll do it.
Yeah, it kind of feels that way. Not, you know, most places I'm not resentful, but like the place that I felt like the most like I need to get the fuck out of here right now was Florida.
Too crowded for one.
Yeah, Florida. I was just, for one, I got a little like I'm really nice, you know, out there in public. You know, I hold open doors. I smile at everyone. I acknowledge everybody that I walk by. But man, it was like for one, I can't turn around without stepping over, you know, a geriatric person, right?
Right.
You have to be so patient because everyone wants to talk to you and ask you about stuff and talk. But two, like, man, dude, there are so many like just burnouts and just crackheads just everywhere. Like you don't see that, you know. People like to paint Florida. Oh, it's the Mecca, you know. Let's be patriots and go to Florida. You know, they're doing it right over there. Yeah. And man, they've got a lot of issues in Florida.
Oh yeah,
you know, I've been there for months at a time, and I just can't wait to get back to Texas each and every time, dude.
Yeah, to me, it's just like no matter where you go, that there's just way too many people with all those type of problems like going on, and it's
Curtis, where are you from, dude?
Michigan.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
I'm outside of Lansing, which is our capital.
Okay.
I'm in most of my life that I lived in Michigan was the Detroit area.
Mm-hmm.
But I graduated high school and joined the Army, and I lived all different places all over the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I bet.
So then I came back here and finished out my last couple of years and retired, and now I'm living out this way because I was like, oh, no, this Detroit area is getting too crowded and too whatever political.
Crowded? So like people are moving back?
Well, they're moving. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it like actually downtown Detroit, which was completely empty, is full again, and it's full of hippies. Because they've been buying up houses for cheap and fixing them up, which actually looks really nice and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But all the houses around in that, like, okay, so you got Detroit. And then you got all these cities attached to it on the outside, which we call the Metro Detroit area.
Okay, yeah.
But it's just like one ginormous city. So like all these houses are like right on top of each other.
Mm.
And like the neighborhood I was in, everybody was leaving that neighborhood, but the houses were being bought for rentals, and it was bringing in like trailer park people or hood people or whatever. I was like, I'm done with this.
Or what, as the Democrats would call them, the deplorables?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, hey, Prophet, I want to show you something, dude.
What's it?
Check it out.
Oh, hold on.
What scale is that?
It's Legends class, buddy.
Oh, no way.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a little twin cast. I can't remember. I want to say that it's Magic Square, but I don't know if it is. I just
Do you have
found
like
it
a
at the
6-inch
toy
figure
shop.
you could stand next to it?
Say what? Yeah, for sure. Hold on. Look, here is Studio Series
Where'd
Jazz.
you get that at? Did you find it somewhere?
Yeah, I found them at a toy shop. Look, so I had my masterpiece. Hold on one second. I'll show you. Hold on.
Okay. Dude, that's dope. I haven't seen one that small. Unless it's like maybe Magic.
Well, that would work for like 1/6 scale.
It
Like
does.
as a boom box.
It's a good figure. They got a blaster too, of course, but I have never seen them in a while. But you see, I have my tracks right here. My MP. This is my wife bought me this a few Christmases ago, right?
Oh shit, that's tight.
He's in the air, but I have him like when he's in display, he's holding on to twin cast in his hand like this. Hold on, let me fix this shit. Hold on.
Nice.
I should have brought out the whole thing.
Yeah, that scales well with him.
I was too excited to show profit. Hold on.
Man, I remember the 80s, man. Some of those boom boxes were gigantic, man.
Yeah.
Well, I know. People
Our
are
family
scared.
had a Sony. See?
With
better have
fucking
a
lights
big-
all over them and shit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, sorry.
No, it looks like it scales very well with him. That's cool.
Yeah, it works with let me grab a Joe for you. I'll show you. This guy, $7. $7 at Target for a Tiger Forest Flint. I don't care what anyone says, I like him. But yeah, look. Little boombox right
Yeah,
there.
that scales pretty well with him.
Yeah.
Legends class, you say?
Yeah, Legends class. I don't know if he's Magic Square, if he's something else, but he transforms. And look, let me show you. But wait, there's more. Look who's in there. Look who's in there.
No,
hang on.
That's the lion.
Look. No.
Trap jaw.
Wait, do they actually change?
Oh yeah. Look.
No way.
Look at it.
Is that
Yeah,
Laserbeak?
That's got to be like Magic.
No, Laserbeak would be the Decepticon one.
Yeah.
This is Ramhorn.
Ramhorn.
Yeah. Let me get his little head out. Where's
nice. It even transforms. That's great.
Yeah.
See?
Nice.
Now I want
that scale for it to be for the cassette to transform is great.
Yeah, it's a really good little it's a really neat little thing, dude. Blaster he's got to be my favorite, man. I mean, I'm a kid and I'm a believer, so of course like Optimus is always going to be my guy, that's dad.
Right.
But Blaster is anything Blaster, I don't care what it is. I got to have it. I love Blaster.
Hell yeah.
Blaster's very cool. When I was a kid, see, like I didn't get like all that deep into Transformers.
Oh yeah?
I had the Insecticons, I had the Dinobots.
Mm-hmm.
I had a few of the very first wave ones. You remember the small ones, the little Bumblebee, the first Bumblebee?
Oh yeah. I had Cosmos, Warpath, and Power Glide. That's it. Oh, the little ones.
I had Bumblebee and the red one. What was the red one?
Cliff Jumper.
Cliff Jumper. Yeah, I had Bumblebee and Cliff Jumper. And I had one more, but I can't remember what it was. But I had like two of the Insecticons, and for the Dinobots, I had the Stegosaurus and Grimlock.
Snarl, hell yeah.
Snarl and Grimlock.
I think I had.
I never had an Optimus Prime as a kid, though.
You see, I got G2 Optimus Prime when they re-released him in early 90s, like 92 or 3. That was my Optimus.
Yeah, I never had
it. It was basically a G1, but they put like 2 extra guns on him that had firing mechanisms and a little electronic add-on backpack. And that was like I still have him. Like I took care of him. You know, I don't know where his trailer is, but I've got the accessories and I've got Optimus, and that's my Optimus. That's like
Well,
that's
the
my
one that
heart.
I never stopped playing with, though, like when I was a kid, the one that probably my favorite Transformer as a child was Soundwave.
Oh, I wish I had a Soundwave, dude.
Soundwave was one of the first ones I got. My first ones were
That's
Megatron, Skywarp, Soundwave, and Jazz.
That's a pretty awesome lineup, man.
Yeah.
That Megatron is something else, dude.
That was all for my grandma.
That's a really great grandmother.
Yeah.
Holy shit. You know, that's funny you say that, man. You know, my grandmothers were never misses on the gifts. Like, it didn't matter how old and out of touch they were. For whatever reason, like, I would get, like, the right the Ninja Turtle figure and the right, like, whatever. Like, they, like, oh, hey, honey, I got you a Sega Genesis. And I was like, how did you know, Grandma? Like, how did you ever know? Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's right on the head, man, with that comment you said.
Yep. My grandma got me the best, but I mean, my parents, they did well, but they didn't get I got like a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the stuff like Transformers and G.I. Joe.
You ever see the Breakfast Club?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what my dad got me, like the cigarette burn. Merry fucking Christmas.
Right. My mom and my aunt were the toy givers. My grandmother was the one where you got all your socks and underwear for the year.
Oh, yeah.
And usually a sweater.
That was my mom.
My parents, they just went shopping late every year between me and my 3 other brothers. So they got a lot of stuff because they waited for my dad's General Motors bonus to come in.
Oh, yeah.
By then, all the cool, like the stuff that like the Transformers and all that, they were all pretty much emptied out. Everywhere you went.
But you know what? That's kind of like what collecting's done, dude. Like all the stuff I felt I missed out on, you know, I get it now. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. Like that Dino Riders, like I never in a million years would I've ever had that. And you know, like when Dino Riders came out, I had the little 2-packs with the little 3-inch figures. I didn't have the actual dinosaurs. You know what I'm saying? But now I've got the dinosaurs. I've got the Dino Riders, you know? So it's like, you know, it comes full circle. You get what you want eventually, you know?
Yeah, I tell you what, Texas is a great place to find old toys and stuff.
Dude, Curtis, if you ever come down here, brother, there are so many places that in Houston. Not only that, but like the community is really, really easygoing. My only complaint is that if you frequent them too much, dude, you've seen it all, you know, because it's just one community. It's like a little bubble.
Yeah.
So it takes time to see new stuff. But man, dude, I know 5 great shops at this moment that I could take you to that you would love, man. They've got everything, everything you could think of. Not just mainstream Transformers and Joes, but like weird stuff like this. Look at this. Do you remember Barnyard Commandos?
Yeah, I do remember Barnyard Commandos. There's actually a company making those now, and they're articulated.
Yeah. So yeah, I want to get one of those. I passed it up when I saw it in person, but I didn't jump on it. But man, what a weird thing that was so fucking 90s and cool, you know. And I didn't get it as a kid, but now I can, say I've got one or a couple now, you know.
Right. The same company doing those now is also doing Biker Mice from Mars.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just discovered Biker Mice from Mars 10 years ago, maybe.
It's a good concept, dude.
Yeah.
The original figures were very solid figures.
Well, it's because of Pluto TV. Pluto TV has an actual channel that just played Biker Mice from Mars.
I have to check out Pluto TV, man. I spent a lot of time on Tubi, to be honest. I watch a lot of Tubi.
Yeah.
But
I do too. I have been watching it recently again a lot. I'm starting to get, Yeah, I'm getting kind of tired of all the other streaming things.
Yeah, man. Every once in a while they put out a
Yeah,
hit,
they put some
but-
good stuff on. So I'm like, I might just start,
dude. Like Tubi, like I'll watch some like really weird. Like I like
and
watching.
they're getting
all the
better
old-
too. Yeah.
Say it again.
I said they're getting better. They're like bringing out newer stuff now.
Yeah, they've got a lot more mainstream stuff. But I'm like mainly like looking for like the old school stuff. Like I watch like a lot of the old Trauma stuff.
Yeah.
And then I also like they've got like a lot of independent films, and some of them good, and some of them just like, man, they're so bad they're good. And it's just fun watching them. You can tell like the people that made this video were just having so much fun while they were making it. And it's so good to watch. It's so refreshing, just I
know some of those movies are like, they look like something you would make in like a high school.
Yeah, dude, straight up with like VHS. Like, yeah. I agree 100%.
And they're having fun doing it, which is awesome. But yeah. Do you watch Tubi? Prophet?
I think I've watched a couple things there.
A lot of good stuff on there.
Yeah, I'll check out Pluto though, man. If you're telling me it's got good shit like Biker Mice, and I'm all for it.
Yeah, it's like it's set up like a cable, but you scroll down and you got to keep scrolling. It's not like you can just like jump.
Yeah.
I can't wait till they fix that part, because you could be on there for 15, 20 minutes trying to find something.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, it's got, like, dude, they even have, like, an Addams Family channel, which is all Addams Family all day long.
I know what you mean, yeah.
And they got, they got a lot of old stuff like that. Or
that sounds very similar to, like, what I see on, like, Antenna lately. Like, I see, like Star Trek channel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Then they still have like, they even got like parts of like the sporting channels like ESPN, Fox, or something like that on there, and they got like a whole section sports. And then they got a whole section for news.
Yeah.
And they got they got all kinds of shit. It's not bad. It's pretty good. It's free, so that's what makes it pretty good.
All for it, man. I'm all for free, dude. Prophet, where were you tonight, dude? You just chilling?
I passed out. I woke up when Curtis messaged me for this.
Oh shit! Yeah, I'm supposed to be on streaming. Oh yeah. Let me get on.
He got a good dinner or something in him. Passed out.
Lucky him, man.
So Curtis, I shared a screen there.
Had leftovers, dude. It was good, man. No drama.
All right, so this is called the Nacelle Company.
Oh yeah,
and they're making these Biker Mice figures.
No shit. So they're making Biker Mice at the same time Ramen Toys is, huh?
Yeah, and they're doing a better job, man. Look at these bikes.
Really?
Oh wow!
Right, these are like Super 7 quality.
Okay.
Right, so they're pretty damn cool. Here, let me see if I can
man.
Get a closer look. All right, whatever that is, that's not what I was looking for. There you go. I mean, you look at this thing.
Damn.
Yeah. Right?
Wow.
I remember the
look at the helmet face with the visor on it and stuff. Like, and they all come with one. It's amazing. But and then the bikes, man, the bikes are insane.
Look at that, dude.
Were they
I might want these. I mean, and they light up, dude.
Dude, look at those.
Oh shit.
Those bikes are,
all of them are awesome, dude. Every one of them.
Right? Like I'd probably pick these up even if I didn't want the mice.
I didn't realize how much that one bike looks like Akira, like not Akira, Kaneda's bike. I didn't even understand.
Yeah. Well, we know that you meant the bike from Akira.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, these things are amazing.
I've never heard of this company,
they're
man.
also doing Barnyard Commandos, if I remember.
So
What's
they're
that?
the same company that does Barnyard Commandos?
Yes, they do. Let's see here. Oh, they got a little Bill and Ted.
Whoa.
Those, I believe, are like 5-inch figures. Yeah, 5-inch.
Oh, look,
figures.
they got the telephone booth.
Yeah.
Right, that's pretty cool.
The Cell. I haven't even heard of it. And they get the genuine license. It's like legit stuff that
Succubus,
they're
it's like
releasing.
demon hipster chicks.
Look at that.
What's that G.I. Joe?
I think they're just
Books.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right. Oh, there's the Creep Show.
Oh, dude, that Creep Show 2
yeah,
was one
the
of my favorite
Creepers
movies
out
as a
now.
kid.
Let's see. Oh, they did a heavy metal set.
Look at that.
They got a Tana. That's like a 4-inch Tana or something.
Yeah, I've never even seen a figure.
Highlander, McLeod, and the Kurgan. There's
yeah, no shit. You weren't lying, yeah.
Right, fully articulated. It's like, and what's great is they didn't lose the appearance,
Yeah.
of the original. They just added some articulation and some extra stuff. But I mean, that's pretty cool looking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking awesome. I've seen them in
and look
person.
at the Mad Balls.
Yeah, Mad Balls with a
Right,
body.
they're doing the Mad Balls too. The head is the Mad Ball, obviously, but it pops out. They made bodies for them. It's pretty crazy. Oh, they have stand-up comics, man. Lenny Bruce. They got a Lenny Bruce.
Look at
figure.
Bill Hicks.
Yeah.
Lenny Bruce.
Bill Hicks figure. Right. There's the Ram.
Oh, look at him, dude. Like,
Right, and I'll open that up so you take a better look.
$40.
That is a good fucking price.
Right, look at this thing.
Oh my god.
Right, and you see the articulation. This thing can stand on its hind legs if you want to take the rocket off.
That's awesome. Why does it gotta come with watermelon though? What are they trying to say there, Prophet?
What the hell is that pumpkin thing?
That I have no. It's a Mad Ball.
Oh, is it a Mad Ball?
It's a Mad Ball.
Yeah.
Damn.
Right, this and this are Mad Balls, and this is the body they made for it.
That's awesome, dude. I've never heard of this company. That's crazy.
Oh, there's a famous Mad Ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fairly new.
Plastic. I've seen that book.
See, there should be more Barnyard. Oh, Sectors. They're doing Sectors.
Oh, shit. I remember when that came. I was like graduating.
Right, and they're gonna do the puppet too. They said the puppet spiders.
Yeah. You stick the hand in it, and it's like a vehicle for them.
Here we go.
Oh my
Here's some
god!
Barnyard Commandos.
Look at that hog, dude. That's awesome.
Right?
Oh,
Yeah, these things are incredible, right?
I got more Barnyard. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. I got one more down. I got two more down here, but one is kind of obscured. Hold on.
Dang.
Look, this is my other. Let's see this guy. See.
Oh, yeah.
Barnyard Commando. Yeah, so
anyway,
like to drive that point home, there's so many great stores in Houston, dude. Like so many.
Yeah. Next time I go visit my daughter, I'll have her drive me down to Houston.
Where's she at?
She's in Austin.
Oh, okay. She's in of course. Yeah, you were saying earlier.
Right by the airport, kind of by the airport. Not far, like 5-10 minutes from the airport.
Action Force.
And
she's going to be moving again in April, I think, or May or something.
Dude, that's
the last of the
Lambo.
Barnyard Commandos.
Yeah, like it's like Major Lambo or something in the original. Oh, that's sick, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the company making those now. So
yeah, I'm getting them. You'll see me. You'll see me on a stream showing it off. I'll get it. I'll be like, look what I found, guys, all on my own.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only know of them because they actually called our shop asking us to carry that product.
That's awesome, dude.
I talked to the guy who owns the company for a good half an hour.
Prophet, what's the name of your shop, man?
Dragon's Den Shop. It's in Willow Springs, Illinois.
Awesome.
Man, you know, we were talking about doing that mall thing, Prophet. If we did that, we'd probably end up having all the stores like toy stores.
Well, you know, I was thinking about that, and you know what might be better than an abandoned mall?
What's that?
An abandoned cruise ship.
Oh, yeah.
Because then we don't have to be on anyone's soil. We could just
That's a
take
whole
our
city.
little city wherever we want to be.
Yeah, that's a whole city.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's like Vegas. I feel like I'm in a city every time I'm in Vegas. It's very similar to cruise ships.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, we were talking about like getting like our own community of toy people.
Yeah.
Well, like you get all these.
Yeah, just starting up a self-sustaining, you know, community of like-minded people. You know, like you take like a huge abandoned mall.
Yeah.
And basically, you know, you kind of attach like a farm to it, and you know, so you can grow your own food, solar panel up the roofs, you know, and then you have it's basically sustained by like toy stores, right? Everybody runs their toy store or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you have like you know, you take one of the big empty stores, something that used to be like a JCPenney or something.
Yeah.
And you turn that into a big studio where all the creators can go and make stuff to make YouTube make money for it.
Yeah, YouTube money, easy money.
You know, and then now you've got this big self-sustaining community.
Yeah.
You gotta put boobies in there somewhere, Prophet, or I'm out.
Oh, we were talking about
Gotta
that.
be boobies. It's gotta be.
Have our own little strip bar.
Something, you know. I just say, you know,
movie theater.
Toys is good 6 out of the 7 days, but one of those days, you know what I'm saying?
Well, it wouldn't be all toys because you want to attract outsiders to like come and shop at your stores.
There's got to be
right?
Some big B's and Destiny Marie's there. You know, I'm just playing.
But there would be like whatchamacallit, you know, obviously there'd be a bar, right? But I would think it would be sort of like a Dave and Buster's where it's like an arcade bar or a gaming bar. You know, a bar that you could literally do anything at. If you want to play pool, if you want to go bowling, if you want to do video games,
eat some good food,
right? Like just a big entertainment center, right? Maybe have miniature golf outside, because you want to draw in that outside dollar. You want people to visit but not stay, right?
Yeah, you know, when I ran a portion of the Chamber of Commerce, I would always get so frustrated with those people. I'd be like, you guys need to stop just spinning your wheels and being in your own little community. You need to get people from out there to spend money in here. Like you're always going to see the same people every time.
Right.
That was always in communities too. I imagine it's the same thing. Toy community, everything. You kind of see the same people. You know what I'm saying? You need to start attracting other people to get those dollars in there to everybody else, you know, tell them why they need to be spending money there, why it's better, you know, whether it's the experience or the product.
Well, I kind of think of like the perfect idea, you know, Akihabara in Japan. I think I'm saying that right. It's like a whole district devoted to toy collecting, for like otaku culture.
Okay.
Right. So imagine something like that, right? But, you know, added to it, you know, a movie theater, right? A bunch of restaurants.
Yeah.
You know,
some small like clothing shops or something.
Right. But inside all the smaller shops are like toy shops. So imagine going on like a toy hunt where you hit 10 or 11 different stores, but you're doing it in one building.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be a big destination. It can be done because there's nothing like it. You know, people would go to it easily.
Well, the problem is
the premise was only the outer areas of the thing would be accessible by the public.
Yeah.
The inner areas, like, you know how there's that, like the hall, like every mall has like a hall with smaller stores on either side.
Yeah.
Those smaller stores would be turned into residence for all the people running the stores and stuff, you know,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
the toy community that lives there would be the ones operating it.
Mm-hmm.
But see, that's where you come into logistics problems because you can't have a residential area in a commercial zone.
Right.
At least not in most states.
I don't know, man. I mean, there's a lot of places I go to in major cities that have like, big, strip centers and whatever. And then, people live right above them in the apartments, Like, I can't imagine it's too different from that,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I mean, when I was staying in New Orleans for work, I mean, I was right in the middle of it all on Charleston Street. And, I was in the apartment above the pizza parlor. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'll give you an example. If the thing's already been zoned a certain way, it's hard to change that.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, 100%.
Right, because there was a guy, he bought an old abandoned firehouse, right? He remodeled it and turned it into his home. And then the city came after him and said he couldn't because that was, zoned, that property was zoned for it to be public works, I guess, was a fire department.
You
and
want
it
to
was
know
illegal for him to, and he had to go through all this bullshit.
You want to know of a city with no zoning laws? Houston, no zoning laws in the whole city. You can build a church right by this, right by that, right by this. It doesn't matter. You can have a skyscraper right next to a taqueria. You can do whatever you want. There's no zoning laws in Houston.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I'm not joking with you. It's a big city, right? But there's big developments right by, like, holy shit, this person just will not sell, and their little shack is right there selling barbecue.
Yep.
Like, seriously. That's one city I know of. But I don't know the rules of all of the other cities, but I know that city.
Well, most of the rules you have to contend with are on a state level.
Yeah.
Right? Because there's building codes. You have to build up up to a certain standard. And it's different, like, depending on where you live. Like, for example, when I lived in Santa Fe, I learned that there you could run 14, 12 gauge wire directly through the walls without having to pull it through conduit like you do here in Illinois.
Yeah.
Here in Illinois, if you just ran the wires bare through the wall, your house would be condemned.
Yeah.
But in New Mexico, it's no big deal, apparently.
I know all about that because I'm a catastrophe adjuster, and I'm also a daily adjuster, like for fires and shit. So hurricanes, fires, hail, whatever. But I give everyone can do it. Whenever their electrical's fucked up, I'm like, yeah, sure, give them can do it. Like, it's like I try to, like the dumb shits that, they don't know construction. So, I just add it on there on that. But yeah, there's definitely a lack of conduit in the homes built over here, especially the older ones.
Yeah.
And really the newer ones too. Yeah, I would say. I don't think my house has it. I don't think so. I think
I think a lot of like do-it-yourselfers are just a little too lazy.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's kind of a chore to pull wire through conduit.
Yeah.
And it's a lot easier to just, drill a little hole in your framework and pull the wire through. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
I mean, it's not like there's a lot of flammable wood and insulation around this wire,
Yeah, man, it's all good. No big deal. NBD.
Right. But then again, in New Mexico, most of the homes were, didn't have a basement. They had like a 2-foot crawl space.
Yeah.
With like dirt under you.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish we had that in Texas, man. In this Gulf coastal area, we don't have any basements. Where we can't because of the way the ground is.
Right there. Oop, I try to point it.
Other arm.
If you look on the wall, it goes up. There's.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
The wire in my basement. I just had that done.
Oh, well, that's on the outside of your wall, though.
Right.
What I'm talking about is these people will just pull the wire through the 2x4s of the framework.
Yeah.
And then just seal up the wall.
Yeah. You know what? No, Prophet, I see it all the time here in Houston, and we don't run conduit. And because like I see like, you know, like mitigated damage from like water claims, and that shit is just running right through the wood framing. Like seriously, through the studs and everything. It's just wires just running straight through it. Now that you mention it, now I'm thinking about after you said that, it made me think about all the times I've seen like cabinetry and walls knocked out, and it's just running right through the framing there and the studs. Yeah, we don't run that. I estimate for it because I give everyone more money, but yeah.
Yeah, a lot of places they don't got to do it, they won't do it.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, if they don't have to do it and they're building a new house, they'll do the cheapest way possible.
Unfortunately, like so many people try to develop down here and build homes because it's growing. They don't give a shit. The newer homes have so many issues over here. Like, yeah, big time. Yeah. As long as it's pretty on the outside. Hey, Prophet, one more time. What was the name of your store, dude?
Dragon's Den Shop.
Dragon's Den Shop. And you got online?
We do sort of. It's,
eBay?
It's kind of odd because we have mostly Funko Pops.
Uh-huh.
But you know, we try to be collectors of everything there. It's just more Funko Pops walk into the store than anything else.
Yeah.
And they flip fast, so it's like, you know, they're a good way to pay the bills.
Nice. Yeah. They got a bigger community than the rest of the toy community. I'll say that much. Funko Pops.
Yeah, I mean, and half the people collecting them don't even care what they are.
No.
It's just about how rare it is. You know, how much money is it worth?
Yeah, I agree.
I swear these guys view these things as currency. It's like, dude, it's a Funko Pop, not a Bitcoin.
Who was saying that the other day that Bitcoin's dead? Was that Bruce?
Oh, who knows?
No, that was probably me.
That was you? Somebody was just
wait a minute.
It's dead. It's not worth anything.
Well, maybe that was Bruce. I know I said something about it, but I didn't go on and on and on about it.
No, I watched this video. This guy offers this couple either $100 bill or 1 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And the girl's all, the $100 bill. And the guy's like, are you crazy?
Oh, what I said is because my friend, he invested a lot of money on it, and he's still going on it, even though that guy the head guy got like busted or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I think they're going to switch it to something else. Like the government's going to almost like confiscate it and then switch it over to like a currency that's good.
That sounds a lot like tyranny.
Yeah.
Damn. Just take her.
Well, they took all that. The guy who did Bitcoin basically got his start from some government officials, and then he aligned their pockets to run for their campaigns, and then they turned around and busted them.
You know, probably the smartest money-making scheme I've seen over the last like year or so. Apparently, this guy, he made an app, and what the app does is it looks at what people what stocks people in Congress are buying and duplicates it.
That's fucking smart.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's really smart.
Right? Because they're all insider trading in there. They're all breaking the law on a daily basis.
Yep.
I just don't get it, dude. I don't get how like so many dumb fucks are in Congress. I just don't understand it.
Well, I mean, that's the crazy thing, right? Because stock market experts, right? The guys who traditionally know the most about the stock market, have been beat by Congress like for the last like 8 years.
Yeah.
Not the last 8 years. The last, basically since Biden got in office.
No, since I know it was happening when Obama was in there, and then that makes me think that it was happening when the Clintons and from the Clintons up at least.
So basically, this is. I mean, the insider trading's probably been nonstop for decades.
Yeah,
it has to have been
because the Clintons had a big part in that housing crash. They knew something was going on. They got the Fannie Mac and shit started.
Right. That's why they don't want any outsiders in there. That's why they're so terrified of Trump and Vivek.
Yeah.
Right, because they're outsiders. They'd rather have DeSantis than Vivek or Trump. And what they really want is Nikki Haley, who's really just a Democrat in Republicans' clothing.
Yeah.
I don't know what to make of her right now.
She's deep. Her pockets are deep. Probably
I know everyone's trying to make her look like a Hillary, but just I don't know.
I'm hearing she's worse than Hillary with pockets deep right now. Because right now she's in so many companies right now that she worked for the last 4 years or whatever it was.
All they really want to avoid is an outsider.
Right.
Right? They want someone who's part of the game so they can be manipulated.
Yeah.
And I personally think all this is behind your big monopoly companies.
Well, let's face it, like it's not the politicians, it's companies that really control everything. It's never going to be the I think that's why people are so I don't think I'm endorsing Donald Trump because I'm not, but I think that so many people are so against Trump because they believe that he is against that sort of establishment, and that sort of establishment can't control him.
Well, that's why the establishment's against him.
Yeah.
But most of the people who are against him because they believe everything the media tells them.
Yeah,
that's the way I see it.
Right.
But like at the same time, I believe that everyone believes the media on the vice versa.
The first thing most people will say is that Trump's a racist. Right. But one of the policies that Trump was trying to put in place when COVID happened was a whole mess of like $50,000 grants. Because you know how in all of these like poor urban neighborhoods, there's all these stores that are boarded up and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And there's no money being made in that community. Everyone who lives in that community has to go out of that community to make their money to come back home.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So what he was going to do, well, the bill he was putting forth was to give $50,000 grants to people to start up businesses in those stores.
Mm-hmm.
And then improve the police presence in those neighborhoods to make sure those stores aren't getting robbed on a daily basis.
Huh.
And that would create, entrepreneurship for that neighborhood, from that neighborhood, and employing people from that neighborhood, so it creates jobs in the neighborhood. It gives the neighborhood closer places to home to shop in,
Mm-hmm.
and 50,000, maybe it was more than 50,000. I don't remember the exact number, but it was enough to like start a business easily.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And basically, that would be more to improve those neighborhoods than anyone else has done, like in the last since the 60s, maybe even the 50s.
That was a bill he passed, or what was that?
It was a program he was trying to get in place and then COVID happened and everyone got locked out.
Yeah. You see, I think people misappropriate what Donald Trump actually did and actually is, and what he is not. I think that happens a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think he's racist one bit. I don't think he's racist in the least bit. I don't think his track record shows he's racist with who he's worked with and will continue to work with.
Well, not to mention, before he announced he was running for president,
mm-hmm.
and the Democrats painted a target on him with the, and the media being in their pocket or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even the Republicans weren't for him, because he only ran Republican because they were less, anti him, you know what I mean? But they weren't pro him either because he's an outsider,
Yeah.
I mean, he talked about running for president all the way back in the 90s, You know, he was doing
a little
interviews
bit.
and stuff.
He always talked in hypotheticals. What I would do. What I would do. What I would do. You know.
Yeah.
He did.
But everybody loved him up until then, right? Like, find yourself a WWE fan who didn't like watching him beat shave Vince McMahon's head. How many people watched The Apprentice, right? Like, he was like a household name.
Yeah.
And everybody loved him, and everybody talked about how great he was and how he was so generous with his campaign donation.
Yeah.
And then the same exact people turned on him as soon as he was like talking about like, you know, exposing their system to the public.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it's about. They don't want to be exposed, and they know an outsider will expose them. They need someone who they can force to play ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he's not going to do that. Like, we all know that. But I wish
and neither would Vivek. So I honestly hope Vivek, like, you know, I know he's out of the race, but he's Trump is you know, probably going to keep him on, you know, in some form or fashion, at the very least through the you know, the election year.
Yeah.
Through the campaign. But I think this would be a good opportunity for Vivek to learn like what it's like on the inside, so he'd be better prepared later to maybe be president.
Vivek, I don't know.
Oh yeah, for sure. They got that girl supposedly might be his vice president.
Which girl?
Oh my God, what is her name?
There were a couple of people on the short list that I would have been happy with, like Tulsi Gabbard, for example.
Yeah,
Tulsi Gabbard, 100%.
Yeah,
oh my God.
I really.
I mean, she's ex-military or current military.
She's
so
current
person, dude. She left the left and went and did her own thing. She's not with the line with the right. She's doing what she feels is good. I like her a lot.
I do too.
Really do.
Right now, I wouldn't mind seeing her. You know what? Honestly,
ripped Kamala Harris to shreds in their debate.
She did that first.
Like Kamala Harris, like when I saw her reactions and how she held herself, I was just so put off. I don't know what she's done or accomplished, and that's my own ignorance. You know, with Kamala, I just don't like what I saw in that moment, and her being
I can't stand her word salad.
What's that?
I can't stand her word salad. You know, well,
yeah,
the community is good.
I'll be honest with you.
The community is there
I
to make the community better.
I haven't listened to one thing she said since since they won the office, and she made all these things. So this is a step forward for women and all that. I haven't heard one thing. I feel like they just put her in the closet, like, shut the fuck up and stay there until we need you to say this. That's what I felt. You know, like she was such a liability. She didn't seem like she seemed like, you know, like a Sarah Palin, right? Like John McCain to me would have been a fantastic president. And he is who I preferred over Barack Obama. Like, not to offend anybody. But John McCain was a good man, and he was reasonable, and he was respectful, and and my grandma liked him. So, like when he chose Sarah Palin, and like Sarah Palin was like foreshadowing of all the idiots that we would see in the future.
Yeah, but Sarah Palin, like compared to Kamala Harris, Sarah Palin was like Albert Einstein.
Yeah, you can say that, and I would have nodded my head. Yeah.
Elise Stefanik.
Yeah, Kamala Harris just seems like a career person.
Is the one he's considering.
Bullied her way and use whatever it is to get ahead. That's what she seemed like to me. And I didn't hear a word from her or people. I don't know what she's accomplished or done. You just don't hear about that. You know what I mean? But she was completely inept when she was up against homegirl we just talked about.
Dude,
just
Curtis,
M3
is streaming.
Say it again.
M3 is streaming on his channel.
Well,
you guys want to go?
He had called, so I just returned his call.
Like, why didn't he just come on this street?
Why didn't you just come on here? What's going on?
Because he's stubborn, dude.
Can't move. I'm stuck.
Yeah, he's over there with a bunch of guests now.
Yeah. All right.
He's got Zeta, Goku Black, and
He's got TF fan page.
We'll talk to you later then.
yeah, T-Fan's over there.
Yeah. He's wasted, dude.
M3, yeah. Most
He
of the
is
times,
wasted.
right?
Huh?
Most of the times, though, right? This late?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's only one watching here, and I think it's me.
He's
Mine says 0.
but M3's a nice drunk, dude. He's a nice wasted guy.
He is. He's
super nice.
So amenable, like always amenable.
Yeah. Well, he had called and I missed it, so I called. I called back and
Dude, that's crazy. Like Kaz told everyone to come over here.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was already looking at your channel before. I was waiting for him to get off so I could come over here. Like I'm surprised he went over there.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. He gets confused sometimes.
Yeah, I could see
Because
that.
he's the one who wanted me to come. He wanted to come over here so he didn't have to deal with doing the stream.
Yeah.
So
He'll have a Cobra. Do you know that Cobra Clan guy too, Curtis?
yeah.
Did you work with him too or something?
No, I went off on him a week ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I know you probably know of him. I was just like, because M3 seems to be like ties with him outside of here. You know what I'm saying? He seems like a friend he doesn't want to let down.
Well, he was one of the first guys, I guess, when he very first started his channel.
Yeah.
Talked with or something like that. But
yeah. Well, Marco was up like maybe a year or so when I found him and I started going his thing. And then he showed me over to Kaz and Bruce.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, Marcos is the one that brought me into all this.
Yeah. But this week he's been talking to me. He's been like, I kind of think he doesn't want to deal with them right now. Or I'm gonna say for right now.
Yeah.
Because of all the stuff that's going on, and I think he's really hurt that. I think he realized that he was hurting a lot of people
by vouching for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone's hurt, but yeah, it does. It does. I can see how it aggravates them.
Yeah. He keeps apologizing to me. He goes, so
when he said he had that bad dream, I knew it was bugging him.
Yeah.
I knew it was bugging M3 about that shit.
Yeah.
It sucks, man. Like I tuned that guy out. Like I don't even like that Cobra guy's a piece of shit. I would just
I kind of
tuned him out. To me, I'd go like this. Like I wouldn't even acknowledge him.
Yeah. I kind of tuned him out, but then for some reason he was going off about me and you brought my son into it. So I kind of lost it.
He's a piece of shit. I would hate to let him know, even though I had a son either, because he would just do that to get a rise out of me.
Yep.
He's a right button pusher. He is.
Yes.
Yeah, he's doing it on purpose, dude. It's funny, man. Like everyone thinks it's his dad. Like for some reason, like my gut tells me it has something to do with his mother. I know that might sound a little weird and a little thing, but like, you know how many like guys I met through life, like through high school, that had like the most wonderful dads and nicest guys and most piece of shit moms and acted like that? Like too many. Like I don't know what it is, man, but every time I see a guy like that, I think of a dad that was just kind of a layover and just either too nice or just didn't fucking check his son when he needed to be checked when he's misbehaving.
Yeah.
People say, oh, your dad taught you that. Oh, your dad taught you that. I'm like, man, I don't think so. I think his mom was kind of just...
Right. You learned that from mommy coming to your defense no matter how wrong you were.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good way of putting it, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that. I've got that in my family. You know, I got a little nephew that I just can't believe he does the things he does. And, you know, mommy's just there. Well, you shouldn't have done that to him. And we're all looking at each other like, Kristen, really? Are you being serious, Kristen? We love you, but really, that's a really well way to put it. But he seems to me like a guy that like, his dad just never fucking cared enough to tell him like, no, you know.
Yep.
That's what it seems like to me. I don't know. Maybe my dad was too overbearing and checked my ass too much. I don't know what it is. My son's getting his black belt early. Maybe that says something too about being an overbearing dad. You know, what can I say? But
that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm so proud. You have like no idea. It's a big moment tomorrow. But yeah, that guy strikes me as that his mom was kind of a fucking, you know, what's that car called?
Yeah, well, I've seen a little kid that acts exactly like him, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
When I was working at the comic book store, we would host Pokemon tournaments.
Yeah,
and this one kid, he lost, and he asked like his opponent to like read the card, and it was like an expensive card, like an $80 card, and the kid just like flung it across the room, which of course started a fight. Right? Not a physical fight, but they were screaming at each other and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we, rightfully disqualified the kid from the tournament. Right? And then the kid's mother comes in the store and she's all screaming at us, like, and even when we told her what he did, she was like, well, what does that matter? Who cares if he threw someone's card?
Oh, it matters. It fucking matters.
You really said that?
Like, look, these are the rules of society, and you have to live within them or deal with the consequences.
Yeah.
Right? And incidentally, his mother was illegally parked in front of the store next to us, and they called a tow truck on her. And then she's out there yelling at the cops and the tow truck driver.
Brutal.
And yelling at the woman from the other store that called them on her.
Brutal.
Just one of those people that just never thinks they're wrong.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for that kid because he's going to grow up like no girlfriend, no friends.
He'll have a girlfriend. She'll be pretty fucking stupid though. No offense.
He's gonna end up.
She'll have to have the lowest of self-esteem in order to stay with someone.
I love that me and my wife, she goes toe to toe with me, and I can't have a pushover woman. I just cannot. It'd be a.
Did you ever see? Did you ever see what Bill Burr said about like how to fight with a woman?
No, tell me.
All right, so what Bill Burr said was, when you're arguing with a woman, if she's right, she stays on point and doesn't let you deviate from the point until you're on your knees begging for forgiveness, right? And I can respect that. But when she's wrong, she goes rogue. What she'll do is she'll start picking on things she knows bothers you, concocting this horrible statement that she knows is going to upset you, right? Until you call her a cunt. And then boom, now you're in the doghouse. Well, you didn't have to call me that.
Yeah.
Right? So the way you win is if she starts getting on all that crazy shit that has nothing to do with what you're fighting for, just, bob and weave, let her punch herself out, and in the end, you've won. You need to recognize in that moment that you've already won the argument and just calm down and let her just yell it out and be like, you're still wrong,
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, my wife doesn't do that. I'm glad.
Well, that's a good sign. That means she only argues when she knows she's right.
I don't know if she's right. but she sticks to her point. I mean, no, there's times she's straight up just right, and I'm sorry, I'm wrong.
Well, this is the thing that I think, it will help people get through life if they just pay attention to these studies. They did a study, right? And it turns out that women, in most cases, are better with memory and men are better with spatial reasoning, right? They conducted all these tests, but, men versus women,
right? And women
So
tend
we're
to
better
remember
critical
things
thinkers,
better.
and they're better at like parlor tricks and shit, right?
Well, like I'll give you a couple of examples, right? So one of the tasks that they were given was it was like a hatchback car, right? And they both had the same car and the same stuff packed in it, right? And they got to look at how it was packed in there, and then someone else would come and unpack it, and then they had to pack it back in the car, right? Now the man was done much faster and much more efficient, and he had space to spare because he did it his own way. While the woman, she had put everything back in the car the exact way she had seen it. Right? But then at the same time, another test they conducted, it was this list, right? And you had to go down the list and do everything that the list said, right? So the man, he read the first thing and went right to it, started doing it, right? The woman read through the entire list, got to the bottom where it said, now don't do any of that stuff and just sign your name. And she signed a name in like one because the guy was still doing halfway through his tasks.
Wow.
But yeah, it's men and these results were like the same over like 90% of the couples that were involved.
Yeah.
And they were from all different walks of life too. There was a British couple, white couple, black couple, Hispanic couple, Asian couple. You know, they divvied it up pretty well so they would get a good broad range, you know.
I wish you had done all of the ignorant voices. I wish you had personified that in an ignorant way to make me laugh.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I came from the time when everyone would like do voices and shit. You know what I'm saying? And you just can't do that anymore. You know? I tease my son because he comes in the age of like where you just don't do that, you know? And
yeah, well, you know, it was funny because I had a girl break up with me once over an accent. Over an accent. Right? Now the funny thing is, like I had done like a Scottish accent, she had no problem with it. A British accent, she had no problem with it. An Australian accent, she had no problem with it. And then I did a Jamaican accent. She called me a racist and dumped me.
Oh my God.
Like, yeah, I don't understand. What's the difference? And she says, well, you're not that race. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not English, Irish, or Australian either.
Yeah.
You know, why were you okay with those and not this? I'm like, I think you're the racist.
There's a comedian called Nick Mullen. And he has a old podcast that's no longer working called Come Town. And Nick is incredibly irreverent towards everything. He does every single like racist thing you're not supposed to do, like all the accents, just all the ignorant stereotypes. And you know, he's like, hey man, what if Tony Soprano was Indian? You know, like, and he just goes on a riff and just makes up shit. And he had a special come out recently, and he knows that he's not supposed to be that way, right? So he reworked a joke to be like, hey, man, did you guys see the new Ninja Turtles movie? I mean, it was cool, but, I mean, did you catch Splinter? We're still okay with that? I mean, the Turtles are all like, hey, we got to go save April and get in the, you know, their Master Splinter's trying to, you know, it's like Jackie Chan, and he's trying to chase after him and tell him no, and he's just like, a run second, hold on, and like he's like did the most ignorant ass like a run second, like, and he's like, we're still okay with this. This wasn't a kids movie, like, right? And like he reworked the joke to like to fit in his racism. Like he was just he's just like, we're okay with this, like and like he does, like he still did his impression like live, you know, millions of views on YouTube, and he still did his impression. Oh, a run second. Hold on a minute. Like, like doing like an ignorant like Asian thing. I thought it was the most clever thing, man. Like, it's just crazy, you know.
Yeah,
like, right. I mean, sometimes it helps, you know. There was a comedian named John Panette, and he made a joke about how he went to an all-you-can-eat Asian Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
Right, and he's like, you know,
we were there eating for about for a while, and then the owner came up to the table and he's like, "You go now. You've been here for an hour. Why you eat so much? No wonder you fat. You go." Right, and he did use the like very thick Chinese accent.
Yeah.
But the joke wouldn't have worked without it,
Right.
Yeah, dude, it's just way different, man, how it is now. I think M3's chat died. Oh, it's still going on.
Yeah, I looked at it. Like, it's not as many. There's still more there than there is here.
Yeah, there's 3 watching over there.
Ooh, 3.
And there's 2 watching over here. Ooh, we've got Zeta and Casual over.
Someone else is in here. Who's in here?
Those are old comments. I have no idea. It might just be me and one of you.
It could be just somebody just watching, not participating in the chat or nothing.
Oh, run a second. Oh, hold on a minute. I thought it was a fucking funny. What's it? Trey Parker.
Do you remember? Was it? I think it was Lethal Weapon 4 when he goes to like Benny's restaurant.
Oh, so ignorant.
And he's like, "I'll take some fried rice."
Yeah, and then he goes,
and then Benny goes, "It's fried rice, you plick."
Remember, he goes. He does like the Asian like thing, like he taunts Jet Li. He starts whistling like it's an Asian showdown or some shit.
Yeah, like a kung fu movie or something.
Oh god, doggy, dude. There's so much ignorant shit back. Like just a few years ago.
But even that phrase, right? Some people could even like kung fu movie. Just calling it a kung fu movie would offend somebody.
Yeah.
Right? Probably a white girl with blue hair.
Yeah.
You heard about Shaq? His dad told him that's not right, son. Like Shaq went and met Yao Ming and like, they're friends in real life. And he like did the whole like, remember the old stereotype when people used to like, I'm gonna get you, when they like they're being dubbed or some shit. Remember?
Yeah.
And he did that or some shit. And Yao Ming was cool with it, like whatever. And Shaq's dad had to pull him to the side and tell him, "Hey, son." That's me being ignorant right there, like doing that for you. Yeah. Hey, son. Yeah, that one right.
Well, like
that didn't sit good. Like no.
But
man,
here's the thing, right? Is it ignorant though? Because here's the thing: you're not doing like you're trying to do a Shaq impersonation, right? You're not doing like a generic black accent. You're doing Shaq.
Yeah. But like Shaq's dad went and checked his ass and said, "Yeah, that ain't cool, Shaq. That ain't cool. You don't do that anymore." And Shaq's like, "Man, I got to be a better person." You know what I'm saying? Like, man, that's like Prophet. That's like 6-7 years ago. We're all doing impressions, dude. Apu was still on the air. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's so abrupt. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. It's
just the impressions are gone. You can't do it.
Right.
But,
well, I don't think people realize, right? Because all the people who are complaining about this shit insulting to other people in different ways.
Yeah.
Right? They're like, "No, you're not allowed to insult anyone," while they're insulting almost everyone.
How come people are still allowed to make fun of white people? That's what I want to know. Like,
because we don't care about it.
Like, but do you see like how like other races and colors can make fun of like white people easy, and it's not they don't get in trouble. But is that not like equality? Like you shouldn't do that, right?
Well, here's the thing, right? It's their new definition of racism.
Yeah.
Right. It's privilege plus power. Right. And all of these people seem to think that all white people have power.
I don't.
Right?
Yeah,
now,
that
as someone who lives in Chicago, where 90% of public offices are held by black people, I'm like, how the hell? Like, what power do I have over anybody?
Like, where does it started in? Because you've got like people, like let's say the guy that does Uncle Roger on YouTube, right? That guy, it's a total fake. It's a sham. He acts ignorant on purpose, right? Oh, it need more MSG. He's doing that accent. It's a stereotype, isn't it? Isn't it a stereotype? Him acting that way, saying MSG. It's a stereotype. He's allowed to bring it down a peg, but I mean, no one else is allowed to do that. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense. Like what makes him better? He's allowed to? How? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It
Well, that's what the problem
is,
is, right? Because you can't have free speech with double standards.
It's
because that's free speech for some, but not for others.
Like I miss the days when we were all allowed to say whatever the fuck we wanted to say. You know, like that was.
Well, I mean, we still are, right? As long as you're not threatening anyone, because
yeah, we are. There's always going to be consequences. Like I have to explain to a lot of like people out there, you know, that say free speech. Well, you know, well, I mean, kind of yes, but I mean, you're not going to say that at work. You're not going to say that at
well, yes, but you need to be. But that's part of being a human being, being smart enough to like recognize social cues and act appropriately in a situation.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. I just want to go back to using my ignorant accents, dude. That's all there is to it.
Well, you can. You just have to do it in certain company.
Yeah, I just have to do it and tease my son. He's like, Dad, stop it. Dad, stop. I love that, dude. I love when I say stuff. Dad, that's not okay. Oh, Riri, son. What? Not okay.
Do you like anime?
Yeah, there's a lot of movies I like.
Yeah, we do Tuesday. We used to do Tuesday.
But at this point, it's just whenever we've got free time, we just jump on and watch a couple episodes.
Yeah.
Right now, we're going to because see, here's what you have to understand, TKD Bar. I like isekai trash. Right? If there's an anime where the main character's just your average dude and he gets hit by Truck Coon and then wakes up in another world reincarnated.
Yeah.
With overpowered like magic and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I love that shit. I watch those power fantasy animes all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of anime fans, the ones who are more mainstream, the ones who this is how I kind of judge an anime fan, right? And I don't mean judge in a negative way, just so I gauge what you're into, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I say, do you like anime? And you immediately say, oh, Dragon Ball, Naruto, Bleach. I'm like, all right, then you basically got your taste for anime from, American television.
I mean, I didn't get it from being
something like, Death Note or Chainsaw Man or Beastars. I'm like, all right.
That's all new. That's when it all became mainstream. Like all the kids lately, they like that stuff. Like, yeah, I like Dragon Ball growing up. I mean, because it was there. But my animes, dude, oh boy, like Ninja Scroll. Let's see.
Yeah, Ninja Scroll, Akira.
One of my favorites. I saw Akira a few times. I have it. It's really good, but it's not one of my favorite. What else do I love?
Spirited Away was a really great rendition of Alice in Wonderland through Japanese
what is it?
eyes.
Tell me the name.
Spirited Away.
Oh yeah, that's a given. That's a given.
But man, Ninja Scroll, the first time I watched that one scene was like,
which one?
Oh, where the big dude's got the poison girl.
Yeah, she fucks.
And he says, "Don't think I wouldn't mind raping a dead girl." You know what I mean? He's saying he'll kill her if he has to fuck her. Like, what the hell, dude? What am I watching?
Dude, that's not even like Wicked City. What else did I see when I was fucking little?
Ghost in the Shell. That was one from way back then.
I didn't. Yeah, I still haven't seen that though. Wicked City was another one that I saw that is one of my favorite. I love the story of that. I love the whole demons and shit, and animation's great. Some of the VHSs that I had Golden Boy.
Golden Boy! Oh my God! You're all right. So now I know who I'm talking to.
Yeah, Golden Boy is really.
You have to be deep to know Golden Boy.
Yeah, Golden Boy is excellent, dude. So much fun.
He's so fucking. What a great main character.
All right, Prophet, you got to remember to bring that one up.
And
Oh,
then I had the
Golden
ones
Boy's
that were like
crazy,
borderline hente, but like not quite henta, like
yeah.
Ray
There's no
Ray.
sex, but he's definitely a pervert.
Oh, dude, those are the best. I love the uncut Tenchi. Like not the Cartoon Network shit, but like the fucking fucked up shit where the dad's like, "Hey son, like we're gonna go perv on these girls," and they put the underwear over their head. Like this is the mask of our ancestors, son. Come, let us bask in these girls in the girls' bathroom. They're fucking perving on girls in their hot water, like saunas and shit. That's so funny.
Yeah, but we do
right. I mean, think of an American like summer camp movie where the boys don't try to perv on the girls at some point during the summer. Like, you know, they either creep in the crawl space under the cabin and look up through the floorboards, or they drill a hole somewhere, or you know, there's always that scene in every one of those movies.
Yeah.
So we do like a backstage, so it's not live on anywhere.
Oh, okay.
We have a group of people and we watch animes, movies, other movies sometimes, but you know, everybody talks.
Did you guys go and see Boy and the Heron?
I've never even heard of that one.
The latest movie that came out, The Boy and the Heron. Am I saying it wrong?
I'm not sure, but you know, I usually don't go in for the anime movies. I usually go in for the series.
Okay, it's the guy who made Spirited Away.
Well, he's dead now. He had Howl's Moving Castle.
Yeah, but he made one movie just came out.
Princess Mononoke. Probably somebody finished his last one or something. Because he's dead now.
The Boy and the Heron. Yeah, The Boy and the Heron, 2023 film. Let's see. Yeah. It's still showing right now, man. It did really well in the theaters. Miyazaki. Yeah.
Yeah, Miyazaki. He passed away, I thought.
Let me see. Did he pass away? Let's see. Nope, he's alive. Yeah, he's alive. 83. So
damn,
yeah, this is.
I thought he passed away.
He retired, right? He was retired a couple times, but he comes back.
All right. Because you know, in Japan they don't usually retire. They die.
Yeah, not this guy.
You know, that's why like, you know, One Piece fans are worried about Oda. You know,
that guy is
like, dude,
please
finish it before you go, man.
Yeah, that guy's the gold standard. Yeah, that guy is he's the most prolific guy in all of like manga, dude. He just same guy working on it.
Hold on, I'll be back in a second.
Yeah,
dogs.
And then he's awesome. But did you ever watch Berserk, Prophet?
Oh yeah, Berserk is crazy.
I want to see it. I've never seen it.
I mean, all you need to know about Berserk to know whether or not it's something you'll watch is he is born out of a woman being hanged for prostitution.
Yeah, like
he literally, the baby falls out of her corpse.
Yeah,
and she hangs to death.
Yeah,
like it's insane.
Yeah.
And it just gets more and more brutal. Yeah. Like the guy who kind of like winds up rescuing him and teaching him a better way of life winds up getting like possessed and then raping his girl in front of him.
Yeah, Griffith.
Yeah, Griffith.
I know the general idea of it, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because that's just me. That's stupid me. Like, I'm going to read the Wikipedia, but I haven't experienced it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I highly recommend you go with the original.
Okay.
Like, you know, if you want your first experience with Berserk, go with the original. Just get it in its rawest form, the way it was initially intended. Because the newer versions use a lot of CG, and it's like it takes away from it, in my opinion.
I don't like that. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of like the animes in the last 15, 20 years or so, man. It's and just like even from like just the artwork standpoint, like how many, like I turn on Cartoon Network and how many scenes are just like a still shot or a still frame animation cell of
that they slowly pan across. Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Yeah, of just the character just monologuing, like, "Oh my God, I think this and this, and I should do this," and there's no animation, there's no beauty to it, there's nothing, there's no detail in the background.
I kind of like those tropes, though.
Yeah, I mean, I can appreciate them.
Like they're good in a comedy.
Yeah, in a comedy, yeah, like
right.
Golden
In
Boy.
anything else, they're inappropriate, but they're great in a comedy.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, just look at the old stuff and just look. Like one of my problems with the latest Miyazaki movie was, and it was a good movie, don't get me wrong, but like the backgrounds were so dead. There was nothing going around in the background, man. Dude, watch Spirited Away, watch any of the other movies, and there's like so much going on in the backgrounds, like it's alive, And it just felt like,
one of the best for backgrounds is Attack on Titan.
Oh, okay. I need to see that.
Because the scenes that take place outside of the city walls, like when they're out in the woods, when they're on horseback, when they're riding through the hills.
Yeah.
Now, normally what you get in animation, right, for a moving scene like that is a foreground, a character stage, right, a near background, and a far background.
Uh-huh.
But this show had like 3 layers of foreground.
Wow.
2 layers of character, and then like 6 layers of background.
That's awesome.
So it's like as you're moving through it, it feels real. You know what I mean? It's really amazing.
That's
and yet
awesome.
it still looks good in the 2D animation, right? It doesn't look like wireframed or anything.
I love that. Yeah, I'll check. I think I started watching the first episode. I just never picked it up, and it wasn't because it was bad. I just didn't just go back to pick it up.
Well, it's an endeavor, and you have to be prepared for like
every
character that you grow to like to die.
Oh, that's easy, dude. That's easy. You want to know what one of my guilty pleasures was? A anime fan was Fatal Fury, the motion picture. Like
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
Like not a good movie, but I love it. I love it. I love all the drama, everything, and man, it was so much fun. It just captured that early mid-90s feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I view Golden Boy as a guilty pleasure anime.
Oh, dude, that Loud and Proud, dude. I still do that joke to my wife and son all the time. Like I'll fuck up at something and be like, "How did you like my cooking?" You know what I mean? Like,
well, no, but like you're not gonna sit down and watch that with your mother's church group.
Oh hell no!
Right?
But he was a good guy. He was a good guy.
He was also like licking his boss's toilet seat.
Say it again.
He was a good guy, but he was also, there was the scene where he licks his boss's toilet seat.
Yeah, like I love the scene where he it looks like he's gonna do something to those guys, like hassling somebody, and he just walks right by them.
Right? Yeah.
So it's so fucking funny, dude. And
what
then
movie is this?
Well, the one with when he has to like capture when he works at the swimming pool.
That's
right,
yeah.
And he's actually really great at teaching the young kids how to swim, but he winds up like getting into it with the woman who runs the place.
Yeah. And then
his like fantasy when he goes into fantasy land, he's like a masochist or something, right? He's like. Dude. He always imagines the women like, in dominatrix gear and shit, just beating the shit out of him.
The one that stuck with me the most was when he was with that chick and chasing her in her on her bike with his bicycle, and he's just unrelenting.
Right, and they race, and he winds up beating her because he can't control his bike.
He just doesn't give up. And then he just keeps going after he wins. He just keeps going. Man.
Right? They all hate him during their episode, but then want him when it's over.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Yeah, that's a good one, dude. Like, I need more animes like that to watch. Like, I like watching the original Dragon Ball, not Dragon Ball Z. I love watching little Goku getting, doing fucked up shit. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but it's pretty funny.
Yeah, I've never been a Dragon Ball guy.
Yeah, little Goku in the 80s, dude, doing messed up shit and like slapping girls in the fucking crotch and being like, "Hey, you don't have balls either." Like, just so funny. Like, little Goku is my favorite, one of my favorite characters of all time, dude. He's just so innocent, man.
Well, Japan's just way less repressed than we are here.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, look at the Sailor Moon, right? When Sailor Moon aired in America, Sailor Pluto and Sailor Uranus were cousins. But in Japan, they were like the first lesbian couple in an anime.
Yeah.
ATK, have you watched Blue-Eyed Samurai yet?
I haven't seen that. I haven't even heard of it.
It's on Netflix. It's really good. Really
Blue-Eyed Samurai. Okay. I'll check it out. Blue-Eyed Samurai.
Yeah, well, I think the main thing that would help entertainment would be people not being offended for other people.
Yeah.
Right? If someone wants to be offended, let them speak up for themselves, right?
Yeah.
Because man, so much shit just doesn't happen because of like people being offended for other people. I don't know if you guys remember, there was a movie called The Great Wall. Starred Matt Damon. Yeah.
I actually I like the visuals and shit on that. It was pretty cool.
It wasn't terrible, but everyone said that was like, Matt Damon was whitewashing like an Asian movie.
Yeah.
But the thing is, that movie was made in China by the Chinese, and they hired Matt Damon because they were fans of it.
Yeah.
But you got all these like, privileged American women complaining about it.
Why?
Just, they're bored and they're looking for a cause to fight for.
Yeah.
They need a crusade to be on.
Matt Damon. You remember that?
Yep.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon's talented.
Remember he used to do the Jimmy Kimmel thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Where what's the name? The Jewish comedian was singing the song "I'm Fucking Matt Damon."
Yeah.
Sarah Silverman. Yeah.
Sarah Silverman. There you go.
Big time. She's still good looking.
Yeah, she is very attractive.
Yeah. She's had some work, but she's still good looking.
Well, I mean, did you ever see her early stuff? I saw her early stuff in 2004 in Iraq. That shit was funny. She was making up songs.
I can't say I remember any of her comedy. I just remember her just always being around in movies and shit.
Yeah.
If it goes to singing comedians, I think hands down my favorite is Stephen Lynch.
That was racist.
Oh, a lot of the things he sings would be racist.
I was referring to Lynch. I was just joking.
No, he does a song called "Little Tiny Mustache."
Oh yeah, I know.
Where he, there's all these hints, but he thinks the girl he's dating might be a Nazi.
Yeah.
He does a song
to us before, I believe.
Oh, he's very hilarious.
I think that's where I saw it was from you.
Might have been.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's the funniest musical comedian for sure. But his songs are going to offend you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're designed for it.
Is that Fortress Maximus behind you, Curtis?
Somewhere there's one behind me.
Yeah, I thought so. Fort Max.
Fort Max is right there.
I just don't understand why Curtis hates Mandalorian so much.
Look at him. Slaughtered.
He's beheaded like 8 of them.
Yes. I am the true bounty hunter. No, just kidding.
Who hunted down the Mandalorian in the old lore?
Mando?
Oh, they fought amongst themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
There was the Empire that chased them off their planet, though. Finally,
Jedi had a war with them, and then they helped the Sith Lords for a while.
Fucking Sith.
Ooh. Actually, I don't know where that one went. Damn.
Jesus Christ! All right, guys, it's 2:30.
Oh shit!
I need to get some sleep. I have to work in the morning.
Yeah, I got to be somewhere by 8. That's crazy.
It's 3:30 here.
I'm gonna go say later to M3 on his channel, and then call it a night. Hey man, thanks for having me, Kurt.
Right, no problem,
dude.
Yeah, thanks, Curtis.
Yeah, no problem. I'll check you guys later.
Yes, sir.
Have a great night.
You
Later,
too.
Prophet.
Bye.